Hello all, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and today we are going to see the for each activity in Azure Data Factory. So before start the video, I just want to highlight 2 points for the for each activity. First thing, for each activity only work with array. So that thing you have to remember. And when you want to fetch each item in the array, at that time we use the for each activity. And one more thing, in for each activity we must need to add another activity, so that will perform either copy, delete, or any other task it will perform. We must need to add other activity in for each, like copy, delete, etc. Right? So these 3 points you have to remember about the for each activity only work with array. Want to fetch each item in array, we use the for each. We must add other activity in for each activity, right? So already I created one folder under the pipeline. So let's create the new pipeline, and for the new pipeline we can give the name as a for each pipeline, right? For each pipeline. Now again, so let's see the container. Suppose now I just want to show you the container, like data storage, what exactly we have. So let's see till now, let's see the container. So it's taking some time. What we can do, wait for 2 seconds. So now if I go to the input folder, under this container we have the multiple files. So what we want to go like the basically we want to copy all this file one by row. For each, first it will copy this one, this one, this one, this one into the this folder. Which folder? If I go here, output, sync output. So already I copied. I can just delete it, right? I can delete the files, right? Now so I can delete input. Okay, so we deleted the folder. We want sync output under this container, right? So under this input folder we have the multiple files. So these are the files we want to copy into the one folder, that is sync output. So let's see. Firstly we will use the get meta. So we will point our metadata. We will get the get metadata about the multiple files folder, right? So we will get metadata about this folder, right? So this folder we want. Under this folder, these are the child items, right? So whenever you open any folder, under this if you find anything like folder files, so these are the child items, right? So let's firstly create a new data set. So for that, our Azure, we are want to connect to the Azure Blob Storage. File type is CSV. Then give the name as a data set, that is we can give the for each data set. Link service we already created. If you don't know, so first thing we need to give the name, integration runtime we need to give, then we need to give the authentication type, and then storage account name and account key, right? So these are the things, and at the last we can do the test connection, right? And then if you are able to do the connection successfully, then means you are created the link service, right? Till now I can cancel. Now we want to get the metadata about the folders, that is multiple files. So I just point to that folder. So we pointed to the multiple files folder. So we are not pointed any specific file. We just pointed our data set to the folder. I click on OK, and now currently we are not pointed to the file, so that's why I select here none, right? And now in get metadata activity, it is mandatory to select the field list. So what information we want from that folder? So we want child items, right? So now if I run this pipeline, we will get the output in JSON file. Can just minimize this pane also. Now first thing, when you run the pipeline, first status is queued, next is in progress, and after that we will get the succeeded, right? And now let's refresh the pipeline once again and let's see the output. Now if you see, this is the JSON starting point. Under this JSON we got the array. So this is the array. Whenever you see the square bracket, this is the array, and this is the first item in the array. Again, this is the second item in the array, this is the third item in the array, and this is the fourth item in the array. So now what we want to go to the each item from this child item array. First it will go this item, this item, this item. So it will go each item. So for that, firstly if you want to go to this item, then this item, then this item, so what we can do, we can use the for each activity. So just maximize this activity pane, just go to the for each, and if I select this one, then just add this for each. Now under this for each we have again general setting, activities and user properties option. So general is very easy, just give the name of the activity, and user properties again is, if you want to give some additional information regarding this for each activity, we can give the user properties. Just go to the setting. So we want to go sequential, row by row, like firstly it will fetch the first item, then next item, then like that. Now if I click on this dynamic item, like what item we want to go row by row, so we want to go child items, right? And now first thing, as I mentioned at the starting, we must add other activity in for each, right? So now what I can do, I can go to the activities and click on this pencil icon. So what activity we want to add here? We want to add the copy data activity. Under this copy data activity, these are the options: general, source, sync, mapping, setting, and user properties. So general and user properties, you already know that whenever general is like name, description, and user property, if you want to give any additional information regarding this copy data activity, so only in copy data activity we can generate, automatically generate the user properties. If I just, so currently we are not selected the source and sync, so that's why it not generated the user properties. Now so let's create a data set. So we want to point to the Azure blob storage, then file type is CSV, we want to copy, and now here copy data set, we can copy data set. And here link service I already created. If you don't know link service, just click on this. First thing, you need to give the name, then you need to select the integration runtime, authentication type, and storage account is mandatory, and storage account key is mandatory, right? So after given the all the values, then you can click on the test connection. If you are able to give, successfully able to create the connection, then this is the creation of link service. Now I just point to the container multiple files and multiple files. So we point till the folder only, because we don't want to copy each file. We want to copy each file dynamically, automatically. For each it will go to this file, this file, and this file, right? So now select this one. We are not pointing to the file, so that's why I selected the none. Click on OK, right? And now what I can do, so here I will firstly open the data set, and after open the data set I can create the parameter, because now in our case we need to create the parameter, because here first thing we are not provided the file name, right? file name, then type is. Now if we create the parameter at dataset level, it will automatically ask the file name. Here also we need to give the parameter at the dataset level, right? So dataset dot file name. And if I go to the for each activity, so I just close this one. Under this for each, so here also we need to give the file name. Again, if I go to this item and dot name. Okay, so like if you see, we got the output from the for each. So from that for each, we will get the whatever the first item, right? So first item is India sales, second item is US sales. So that item we want here. So from that it will get here, then it will go to the here, it will provide it here, and then it will copy, right? So you got my idea. Like if I just click outside under this for each, if you see, so firstly if I go to the here, right, let me after run the code, I will you will get the idea like how it will work. Firstly if I go here, right, whatever the for each item we will get, so that item we want to copy, so that's why that we mention the as a dynamic parameter, right? So if I go to the copy activity, first thing here, so whatever for each output item we get, that will pick here, and that provided to the here, and that will here, right, like that. Now we need to select the dataset. So again we want to copy into the Azure Blob Storage only. So that's why I select Blob Storage, then CSV file, and here sync output. Okay. Again link service is same because again we are pointing to the same container account is same. So that's why I use the same link service. If may wonder, now we want to copy under this container folder, and we want to create a new folder here, sync output. So in whenever you are doing the copy activity, if even though if you provided a main container, and if you provide the folder that already not available, so but here we provided, right, and click on none. Copy beware, flatten hierarchy, merge files, right? Now we are done. So let's let me copy for each. So we are currently seeing the for each, so I just want to move this copy data set to the under the sync output. Why it is getting, let me, so here we just create a new folder, that is for each, right? Under this for each copy data set, I want to move to the for each, and this also data set I want to move to the for each, right? So under the for each we have the these two data set, right? One more thing, filter data set for each data set. Okay, again I think we have the filter for each data set. Let's create uh, let me filter data set. So this is a filter, right? So why it is come under this file? Okay, no worries. So for each data set, let's move that also under the for each. So basically under for each, this is copy, this is sync, and this is starting for each data set for the get metadata. So let's run the our pipeline. Firstly come to the our main pipeline, right? Let's run the pipeline and let's see the output. So first it will get the get metadata about the folder, and let's click outside. We want to see. So first status is in progress. So first we will get the get metadata, right? So we will first get the child item array. So for each only work with the child item. So here we got the child items. Then let's maximize. Then we got the metadata. So now after metadata, we will get the item count. So total we are the 4 item, right? So it will give under this copy data activity. So it will we are copy the 3 files. So that's why I got the 3 copy data activity. First file if you want to see. So if you see file data read, how many reads, Azure indication runtime, Central India. Then file name. Let's see where exactly the file name. Let's see Azure Blob Storage, where exactly the file name, sourcing, output, integration runtime, data moment. Let's see the file name here. If we see the file name. Okay, no worries. Let's see here in the container if we are able to see the 4 files in the folder. That folder we created. What is the folder name? Sync output. Right. So that folder we created. So let's see we are able to create or not. We are able to see or not. Let's see we are able to pipeline is so pipeline is run successfully. So we are the 4 files, so that's why 4 copy data activity. And now if I go here, so under the container we created a one folder that is sync output. Under this sync output, if you see time is 10:44 and time is 10:44 to 44 44 45. So these are the files we copy, right? So now if I just want to remember, firstly, we will get metadata about the folder. Under this folder, we got the child item. We selected the file child items at the option, right? And then we'll get the item of the child items. If we select any other options, item names, at that time it will not get the array. Right, now I selected the child item because we have the multiple child items, so that's why it given the array. If I select the item name, so it will not give the array. So that thing you have to remember. After we got the array, so now we want to go to the each item in the array, so that's why we use the for each. And at the for each we must need to give the any activity, copy, delete, anything. So that's why we given the copy data activity, right? So it will firstly go to the first item, then perform the copy, again go to the second item, perform the copy, again go to the third item, perform the copy, again go to the fourth item and perform the copy activity. So that's all about the for each activity in Azure Data Factory. If you have any question, any doubt, please write down in comment and please subscribe the channel. Thank you.